Good afternoon, everyone. CBSE Class 12 Political Science exam was conducted today. It was conducted in a single shift between 10:30 to 1:30 p.m. And to discuss the analysis of the exam, we have our expert with us. We have Yashwant Singh, PGT, Vidya Gyan Sitapur, as an expert with us. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon. Thank you.
To begin with the analysis, we would like to know the first thing. How was the overall difficulty level of the questions?
Ma'am, if we see from the student's point of view, the overall difficulty level is moderate to easy to moderate. It's not very tough paper. It is this is expected out of CBSE.
Okay, so the question paper was more towards easy and it was not hard at all. And if we talk about whether the questions were lengthy or not, what is your call on it?
Ma'am, what I have experienced last so many years that CBSE papers are set in a manner where the most of the means roughly 50 to 60% of the paper is very easy, which with normal regular study students can do. Then 20% is slightly tougher than that because if with the slightly better study can students can solve it. And rest, I suppose 20%, 25% is tough, which is they called as HOTS, high order thinking skill questions. For that, proper in-depth and reading between lines and always being in touch with current affairs, it all helps, man.
And so if we talk about the cartoon-based questions or the passage-based questions, how were
Uh,
these questions in different today?
Yes, yes. I'll just briefly read this. There were three sets, set one, two, three, and
Yes, sir.
in between three sets, they have jumbled also some questions, and there are some different questions also, but their difficulty level is same. So
Okay.
the passage, like you said, passage map or cartoon question was in section D and which was of 12 marks. So three questions of one of passage, one of cartoon, and one of map has come. So, but they're all from chapter and they're direct questions, ma'am. They're not very tough questions.
And
Exactly,
if we talk
exactly
about whether the
from
questions
NCR.
were from syllabus or not, so were there any surprises for the students in the question paper, or were all of the questions from the syllabus itself?
No, it is from syllabus itself, ma'am. Direct questions are asked.
Okay,
It
so
is from
direct
syllabus.
questions to there.
Yes, ma'am.
And so if we talk about the wide range of topics from which the questions were asked, so which were the topics which were in limelight in the question paper?
Most of the topics are asked from the additional resource material which was given along with the book. It was there on the site also, NCRT, CBSE sites, in addition to NCRT books. So questions have been asked from there also, and majority of the portion is from the NCRT books and the chapters.
That is what I was about to ask you, whether the questions were from NCRT or not. My next question is, like, people tend to solve the sample papers before taking the actual exam to get an idea of, the pattern and everything. So were the questions clashing from the sample paper? Was the pattern same?
Almost, ma'am, almost same pattern. If somebody has solved chapter-wise question banks or chapter-wise sample papers or difficulty-wise, so this is short answer type, very short answer type, MCQ, map, and passage question. So it's almost similar to what we see in the sample papers, ma'am.
Okay. So last year the exam was different. It was conducted in the two terms, term one and term two. The syllabus was also divided. But when it comes to
Divide
this year, it is just one final exam with whole of the
one,
syllabus.
yes, yes.
So
It's one
if we
final
talk
exam
about,
with the
yes.
deleted syllabus. Earlier, there were chapters were more, and some topics were deleted this time. So it was full term, full term, full term. No first term, second term.
Yes, sir. So, what I'm trying to ask is if we compare the difficulty level of the political science class 12 CBSE question paper this year as compared to, say, for last 5 years, was there any difference, major difference in it?
No, ma'am, I don't see major difference because I have been teaching this from 2015 in Vidyagyan Sitapur. So papers are, ma'am, as per board patterns. Board pattern is same. They have a fixed pattern of asking questions, like I tell you, difficulty level. So that 20% they keep reserved for HOTS. So HOTS are basically to be taken care of by students. Then they won't face any problem. Difficulty level is, ma'am, same.
And the difficulty level is same.
Yes, ma'am, as compared to previous
Okay.
years.
And so if we talk about the multiple choice questions, MCQs, were they very confusing or were they very, they
No,
were
ma'am, they're not
compared, they
confused.
were what, they were difficult.
No, they're not difficult, ma'am. They are direct questions from the chapters only. Only thing is slight bit of questions which are asked. They are exactly from the text, and if a student has done in-depth study, then MCQ will not be a difficulty. But students tend to go wrong when they do not take care of minute things. In MCQ questions, uh, all four options seems to be okay, but out of all those four options, only one is okay. So in MCQ is directly asked, but students tend to confuse sometimes, man.
Just a second, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
The question papers with you. Can you let us know some of the difficult questions so that the students can also get an idea if they did it right or wrong?
Yes, yes. I have all the three sets, ma'am. This is set number one. This is set number one.
Okay.
If you can see it, can you see it, ma'am?
Yes, I can see it.
And it has, in the beginning it has 12 questions of 1 mark. Similarly, set 2 is this one,
Mhm.
59 by 2 set, and set 3 is this one, ma'am. So all three sets are with me, and I have gone through this paper because around 1:30 I got this paper, the students came out. I just cursorily looked into the questions, all three sets. So MCQ questions are very easy, man, very easy. But there sometimes students get confused which one to reply. I'll just give you example. For example, there is a. I'll just from. I'll just read out one or two questions, like you said, no, any one example. So there was a question on 19th March 2003. This is question
Yes, sir.
number five,
Particularly,
MCQ set number two, ma'am. May I? Ma'am, your audio is.
yes. Question number five, set number two.
Question number five, set number two. On
Sir,
question
you're
is on
talking about question
set two, ma'am. Set
number.
two. This one.
Mhm.
In this
Yes,
question
yes.
number five, is on 19th March 2003, US launched its invasion of Iraq under the code name Dash. So there are four options given: Operation Desert Storm, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Infinite Reach, Operation Enduring Freedom. So all these
Mhm.
operations are connected to this event, but most of the students tend to write Operation Desert Storm, but actual answer is Operation Iraqi Freedom. So all the four answers seem to be same,
Oh,
but they tend to get confused. your
And so
word.
if we talk about the international relation and the global, issues, were the questions from these sections as well?
Yes, ma'am. International issues and global issues are also dealt
So
in
I'm
long answer.
asking if we talk about international relations and global issues, were there questions from these sections?
Yes, ma'am. It was there, but not in MCQs. Long answer type questions have
Am I audible?
more. Yes, ma'am. Come again. What did you say? Your ma'am. There is a lag in your audio and video.
The I was asking the MCQs were quite easy as compared to the Okay.
Your
Can you hear me now, sir?
yes. Now it is okay, ma'am.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I think that
But there
okay.
is a
So
lag,
I was
ma'am. Your
asking when it comes to score
yes.
good marks in any examination, then the students have to attempt the MCQs first, right?
MCQ is the first section A itself.
Okay. So I think that we are facing technical errors, but when it comes to asking questions, whether it was from the students or it was from our side, yes, sir, is the first section. I think for the viewers, I would like to let you know that we'll be sharing the question paper as well as the answers on our official website, timesnownews.com/education by the end of this day and probably by the evening. So if you want to check the detailed analysis, you can go to our official website, timesnownews.com/education for it. And all the best for the upcoming examination.